In section 4.2, we are going to look at theoretical probability, which means instead of doing an experiment and determining what the probability is, we're going to say what should the chances of something happening be. So for instance, if you look at this spinner wheel that you'd spin around and the arrow there is where it stops, just like on Wheel of Fortune, what is the probability that the spinner will stop at green? Well, I would say the probability of it stopping at green is 2 out of however many there are. 2, 4, 6, 8, there's 10 of them. So 2 out of 10, which is 1 out of 5, which could also be written as 20%. Well, what if it was the probability of it being purple or yellow? Well, again, the probability would be purple or yellow. How many are purple or yellow? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that'd be 4 out of 10, which is 2 out of 5, which is 40%. You also have some not situations. The second question is here, what's the probability that will not stop on red? A line over top of a letter means not, or the complement of it. So not on red means everything but red, so that would be 8 out of the 10 are not red, which is 80% chance. In all these cases, I have used the same relationship. The number of favorable outcomes means what you're looking for, not red, purple or yellow, green, over the total number of possibilities. There's 10 in all of them. 10 is the number of possibilities or number of possible outcomes. A different question. This is a bag that's full of nails. Some are 1 inches. 5 of them are 1 inches. 5 of them are 2 inches. And 7 of them are 3-inch nails. And a carpenter randomly takes out 1 nail and then takes out a second nail. What is the probability that the first nail will be a 1-inch nail? So again, we want to have a probability statement. So the probability of a 1-inch nail, that's just a short way to write that, is the number of favorable, which is there's 5, that's the yellow here, 5 1-inch nails over the total number of nails, which is 5 plus 5 plus 7 is 12. And you could also change that to a decimal value, and you'll be expected to be able to do both. So you probably take your calculator out, what is 5 divided by 12, and you'll round that decimal number. And usually we go to 2 decimal places, which would be 42%. Now the second part is an if-then statement. If the first one chosen was a 1-inch nail, what is the probability that the second one will be 3 inches? So now out of the bag, you've taken 1 nail out. It's definitely a 1-inch nail. There's still 7 3-inch nails left there, so that's your favorable outcomes. But instead of there being 12 nails total, now we're looking at 11. So nothing too hard, just have to be careful as you read questions. Now, I don't know how many of you know much about cards, but some of your questions will be involving a standard deck of cards, which is 52 cards of 4 different suits. Let's figure out the probability of you getting a red card. So the probability of you getting a red card is there's 26 of the cards, all the hearts and all the diamonds out of the 52, which is the same as a half, which we don't need our calculator out. That's 50% chance. The probability of you picking out a 5 from a deck of cards, again assuming it's shuffled and that it's completely random, is that there's 4 5s, 1 from each suit. So there's 4 5s out of the whole deck, 4 out of 52, and that would be your probability. Again, you could reduce the fraction or you could change it to a decimal. Face card, probability of a face card. How many face cards are there? Well, if you look here, there's 4 jacks, 4 queens, 4 kings. Those are the cards with faces on them. So that's 4 times 3, which is 12 out of 52. And if you need this printed off or you're not sure about cards, just ask me. Otherwise, definitions, check them out. Build your skills assignment. Don't forget to get a math on the job done this unit. And make sure that you get your check done and show me what you know, and then you can move on to the next section. Some of you talked about this being the unit that you were going to do for your major project. You might want to get on that. I'll talk to you again soon.